Hey guys, welcome back to Bob's Basement. Of course, I'm out of the basement on my wife's dining room table again, so she'll kill me. What I like to get into is the Timmy soldiers. Now, Timmy soldiers you can find in plastic bags, just about in any store. They were like $1, maybe a 50 cents to $1. I think the most I ever saw them was like $1.89 or something like that. And you usually got 2 or 3 tanks and a bunch of soldiers. Now, I grew up with these. I grew up with the Vietnam era, late 60s, early 70s, M16 toting, flamethrowers, and 30 caliber machine gun dudes. But for our older commanders out there, these are your 50s. These are your 50s Timmies, and we're going to do a little bit of comparison. Now, if you notice, there's the 50s tanks there, the 70s there, and the 20s there. So up through the ages, I mean, these tanks haven't really changed much. I'm going too fast. But these tanks haven't really changed much except for the antenna on the back, which ends up kind of disappearing, right? But there is one way to find out the real difference to these tanks. Is that when you flip them over, you check out their wheels. Now, the 50s and early 60s had these big wheels with a metal axle. The early 70s had these type of wheels. So they're a little bit bigger, but if you noticed it, they're getting a little slim with the plastic, and the axle is now plastic as well. And as we go along, now the wheels get a little bit tinier, right? Still plastic, but they're getting there. And then all of a sudden we slide into these wheels, which is interesting. So we slide into these types of wheels. So then, in the 2000s, we've got those wheels, similar to those. However, now you've got that screw in there. So basically, these tanks have not changed since the 50s. The plastic M48 patent tank was an awesome little tank for kids to play with. They were so durable. They last through the ages, and they are still rolling around out there. And you can find them real cheap on eBay if you want to grab a set. I love these little things. They're very cool. You got your modern sets, which for like $12, you can get a giant bucket of soldiers with 4 tanks, 2 of the olive drab and then 2 of the tan, and usually you get, I'm sorry, where'd he go? Here he is. So usually you get the OD green fighting the tan guy, right? So that's what you get. So let's kind of like slide into a comparison of, we'll start with commanders from the 50s. So these are your commanders from the 50s, and here we got COs from the 70s, your Vietnam era, late 60s, early 70s, and then the new girls, which BMC makes, the new Timmy girls, which are pretty cool, because now the girls can get into the action with their own figures. And you've got these commanders here. I'm not sure Rosie the River counts as a commander, but she's there. They have a Rosie the Riveter as well. So that's what you're looking at from the early 50s to late 60s, 70s, up until modern day too. You still get these. And then you have your new molds, which are pretty neat, which are your female warriors right there, which are pretty awesome. Pretty neat. They really are. So there's our commanders. So then we stroll into, and you gotta, I forgot to tell you, if you notice, there is a size difference now. Not too noticeable, but there is starting to become a size difference in these soldiers, and we'll see that creep a little bit along the way. So let's go with engineers minesweeping, right? So we got our minesweepers. Now, the girls don't have any minesweepers, but we do have late 60s, early 70s Vietnam era engineers sweeping for mines. And then we have our World War II Korea vets sweeping for mines here. And you can actually start to see, that creep, that kind of height creep in the toy soldier. But there's your engineers with your mine sweeping. So they're pretty cool. So now let's do bayonets, right? Tagging with the bayonets. Everybody's seen these guys, right? So we have our M16, we have our, and you can see the creep again. You can see that soldier creep, right? Is that soldier creep and size difference, right? But you got the Grand, and you got the M16, which are pretty cool. Now, what do we got for the girls? Do we have anything for the girls with that? No, we don't. We don't have anything that matches this for our female warriors. But these are pretty cool. And we have a couple of marching guys. And these are the 50s, and this is early 60s. And the reason why I know they're early 60s is because they're carrying the M16 and they're carrying the Grand. So, and there is a substantial size difference. Now, do we have any marchers for the girls? No, we don't. We don't have any marching soldiers for the girls. Radio operator. Classic radio operator. As the 50s, they remain the same. And we've got one of our female warriors. And these are pretty cool. You got your 50s, and you got your Vietnam era, and you got your modern day BMC Timmy World War II radio operator. So they're pretty cool. That's pretty neat right there. What else we got? Then we have guys running with a grease guns, Korea, World War II. Do we have anything that's similar to that? No, we don't. The only thing we have that's really close to that is maybe a flamethrower, which is unique to the Vietnam era Timmy. And as far as running with a gun, yeah, the girls have BARs, which are pretty cool. So females are running with BARs, and they got some pretty cool, awesome firepower there. So that's pretty neat. So we have 50 Timmies. We don't have anything for the modern day Timmy or the late 70s. So we don't have anything for the Vietnam era ones. So that's kind of like up in the air with that. They have the flamethrower, which really doesn't come close to the grease gun. And the BAR is a little bit different as well. But they're pretty cool, and they come close, I guess, to the poses of what 50s guys got. That's about it. So let's move on to the machine guns. Machine guns here. This guy's pretty chewed up. And we got, I guess, our 30 caliber machine guns right here. I'm assuming. Okay. So we have a machine gun there, and we have, I don't think we don't have any females that come close to that, except maybe the snipers with the tripod. So we have some female warriors with a sniper tripod. And speaking of that, so I'll throw her in there as well. She's shooting with, and she's got herself the old sateen cover, which is pretty neat. So that's, I guess, the closest thing that they have to a machine gun, but not even, right? It's a sniper. So there we go with our machine guns. And what else we got? So then we have kneeling shooting. and we have kneeling shooting, Monday kneeling shooting, and we have a 1950s kneeling shooting with Garand, Vietnam era 70s shooting with M16, and then we have Monday BMC shooting with, it looks, could be an M1 carbine actually, but do we have somebody standing and shooting? No, we have, oh yeah, we do. Here we go. So we have two standing shooting with I'm just going to call it a carbine, right? So it looks like we have an M1 carbine, right? And we have a Garand, and then we have the M16. And we got our snipers right here. So that's pretty neat. So let's see, what else we got? We got mortars, right? Our mortars, I think that only the 70s Vietnam era style had those. I don't see anything that comes close to the 50s or the modern day ones. So, yeah. So that'll be that. And then what else we got? Hand grenades. Let's do the hand grenades. Our hand grenades are right here. They're throwing a hand grenade. These are 50s, from 1950s. And then we have our early 70s. And we have our late 70s into modern day. And then we have girls. So here we have 50s. And if you notice, in this grouping here, he's actually got a hand grenade in his hand there, and he loses the hand grenade here. It's no longer in his hand. These are these are early model hand grenades, and these are the late soldiers throwing the hand grenades. They have nothing in their hands, so you don't know what's going on. And then the BMC Timmies, the female warriors, pretty cool. Actually kind of look like the way we were taught in boot camp how to throw a hand grenade, right? If everyone remembers that. Never drop a hand grenade in the pit. Okay, cool. So that's our hand grenades. And what else we got going on? I think we just about covered about everything, right? Except for our prone people. So we'll do our prone people now. And we have our crawlers, right? We got our crawlers, and we have people shooting prone. And that's what we're looking at there. So we have 50s crawlers, right? These are all our 50 crawlers, and these are here's our 50 shooter prone, 50 shooter prone. 50 shooter prone, 70, and here we have our new modern day BMC shooting as well. Then we're looking at our crawlers here, right? M16s and Garands. So that's what you got for crawlers. And then last but not least, we have our bazookas. And there's no bazookas that I could see from the 50s. How I missed this guy, I don't know, but he comes pretty close to those guys, so we'll do that. So let's do the bazookas. So we have a bazooka here, and we have a modern day BMC female bazooka, a woman warrior. Pretty cool. Yeah. The poses are good. You know, she's got herself another shell right there on her base. So they're pretty cool. So that's neat. And then we have 50s at arms. And I know we have some of our females at arms. Pretty cool. And that's about it. And then we're going to slide right into this. What I really like about this female set is they give you a dog with a handler, which is pretty cool. She's awesome. And then, of course, I already misplaced the stretcher, but you have a wounded soldier with two medics. You got a doctor and a medic there. So if she's on the stretcher, she can attend to her, so you have two attendants. Or if she's on the ground, you can have her attending there as well. So they're pretty cool. And you can get these from the BMC website. And they're actually pretty awesome. I think they'd be a pretty cool gift for Christmas for any of the girls out there who are like the military or anything, or just, you know, just for the hell of it. I do have some older cannons, towed guns, and Jeeps from Timmy. These are definitely Timmy. When you turn them over, you can see right inside, it says Timmy Toys, Aurora, Illinois, USA. And it's written right on there. It's right in there. Here's another one, Timmy Toys, Aurora, Illinois. And these are awesome toys. Cannon, same thing. You have Timmy Toys, Aurora, Illinois. So these pretty awesome toys. They were pretty cheap. I think they were very popular, and I love these things. And those tanks are awesome. You can't have enough of those M48s. Honestly, you just keep buying them until you're out of house or home. And that's about it, guys. I hope you like this little trip down memory lane. I enjoy these things, and I enjoy bringing them to you. There'll be more videos coming. In the meantime, be good to each other. It's a crazy world out there. Take care of yourselves. Be sane. Happy gaming. Happy modeling. Peace.